Hello and welcome to another update video about ICP. ICP has seen a reaction to the downside today, but only after the target range was reached that we communicated in the last video yesterday. So let's talk about the overall structure from the lows. ICP has seen a potential 5-wave move to the upside. It's not the clearest because of this mess down here, but you can make a case for a 5-wave move to the upside. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Mentioned yesterday to you that we wanted to see one more high to reach the white box, which happened. Okay, so the last setup we've had, and ICP has really phenomenally well respected our trading areas here in recent weeks. So we completed a third wave around the 16th of December. Then the price dipped into our support area here, basically an accumulation area. The price rallied into the next target area, which was here highlighted in white. We saw that pullback in a wave 4, and the forecast was for one more high. And that happened. And I gave you a target area as well as mentioned the next main Fibonacci level at $15.70 yesterday. The price therefore then rallied basically into that target area, saw another dip, and basically with that fulfilled a 5-wave structure to the upside, because the idea was that this 5th wave here, circle wave 5, could end anywhere in that region, but that we need to put a particular focus on $15.70, which was the next main Fibonacci level here of the larger cycle. So what can we say now? Well, for me, it's now a bit about, we've seen really good moves. The chart was fairly clear, not very clear, but fairly clear. Now that we've fulfilled the expectations, for me, it's about maybe taking a step back and letting the market tell us first what it intends to do. Because after a 5-wave move to the upside, it seems likely and reasonable to expect a wave 2, but I cannot confirm a wave 2 pullback, which would likely find support in the region between $4.10 and $8.32 until the market breaks below the 78.6 retrace of the latest move to the upside. So we talk about $9.80, which means I want to see a sustained break below $9.80 to have an indication that this wave 2 has actually started. Until then, it is possible for it to extend higher, but it's a little bit like, okay, we have to wait and see. Now that the clarity was there on this chart, swing trades were there. Now it's a bit like, I'm not entirely sure if the wave 2 has started yet. Literally, the movement today doesn't really give us much clarity. Okay, so as you can see here, the price did what it needed to do. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. And technically based on that, the move down could be starting now. I can always be wrong about this initial move up. So if that's the 5-wave move, then basically the idea would be that we get one more high. But again, I don't know, then it would be wave 3 here, wave 4, and we would still get another push higher. Therefore, you could say for this scenario, the very first micro support level, I would keep it where it is at $10.70. So, if you want to play it, you can still use that support area for the price to potentially climb higher. But it's not something that, I would give a very high probability. I think it's reasonable to look for it. I think we can get a further, sort of more extended 5th wave into this white target area. And we could leave it basically open. We could also say maybe this was wave 4 and we get one more high. That's possible, yeah? But below $10.69, that will become fairly unlikely. And below $9.80, it's a strong indication that this larger wave 2 pullback has started. It's fairly simple, therefore. First of all, I would take a step back and let the market tell us first what's happening now. The charts, when they fulfilled requirements, sometimes it's good to just sort of, okay, what is the direction it wants to take next? But We can also say we can take the approach, it always depends on how you want to approach this. We can also take the approach and say, okay, as long as $10.69 is holding, one more high is reasonable. And then we talk about basically targets around $16.85 to even $21.76, even though I would see that more as a stretch target. And then we can also say it, well, it's fairly simple. As soon as we get a break above the last high, basically today's high, which formed at $16.42, a further rally further into the white target area is what we're looking for. And the Fibonacci levels are laid out on the screen. $16.85, $18.57, $10.48, and $21.76. And the next major level on the chart, comparable to that $15.74 level, which caused the reaction, is at $23.68. So again, until we break support, I mean, the trend is up, right? The trend is up. I wouldn't bet on a move down, but it might be wise to maybe reduce some risk up here. And I think it's just wise to understand that the requirements are complete. And yeah, but as long as the trend to the upside isn't broken, further extensions are likely. So you can use the $10.69 level for that more directly. If you want to give it a bit more space, then $9.80. But below that level, I have to assume we are in wave 2. That's so far all I can do about this chart right now. It worked really nicely over recent days and weeks. So let's see if we can get one more high. If you ask me what I'm leaning to, I mean, as I said, I think for me it's a bit like the market is not very, its chart is not very clear now because it fulfilled the requirements. I need a little bit more data to confirm, but I think one more high is what I would personally prefer. But you know, it's a little bit like, right? It's possible. It's also likely, and we have to, we can look for it as long as support levels are holding. But there's no need to do it anymore. I've got what I wanted, basically the 5-wave move to the upside from an analysis point of view. So that is good because the next deeper pullback, we would rather be looking for a corrective pullback that would then, send us higher, maybe in the first 1 or 2 quarters of this year. That's my update about ICP. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.